But I have to say, that is the charm of the Talyllyn. It is a wonderful railway. I cannot recommend it enough. Boxing Day operations, like going down at holiday time, is particularly lovely, but actually all year round, whenever it's operating, it is a heart-filling delight of a railway. And that's facilitated by the fact that there is this big team of supporters, either direct volunteers, operators, engineers, people digging, people collecting tickets, whatever it happens to be, running websites and social media, people working to support the railway, and also the wider group of people who provide financial support. There is this huge network of people who provide support. And there were recent, very important celebrations. Luke, tell us about those. What is this? People might be doing some adding up of their sums and working out what's happening. What is that significant moment?
Well, as you can probably see on the front of the engine.
Yes, exactly.
This year's our 70th anniversary of becoming the world's first preserved railway, 14th of May 1951. And this was taken, I think, on the 15th of May 2026.
Marvellous.
At the start of our big celebration gala we had earlier this year. But we're celebrating all through the year with some extra special events. And just making a noise because we're happy to do what we do. We've got 450 odd active volunteers, so this is just a slice, really. And there are, of course, plans for the future.
Yes, they're really important.
We're not standing still.
No,
that's the big thing. Is we've done 75 years, and we want to make sure we can do another 75 and beyond. So, quite fittingly, we've got something at the minute called the 75 Appeal, which we are raising £750,000 to help support a major redevelopment project, the Preserving Our Past, Building Our Future project, which is currently funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund, Western Garfield, the Welsh Government. We've got lots of people involved, which is really exciting.
These things are always a massive consortium and collaboration of many stakeholders and partners. Absolutely.
What you can see here is a vision of Pendray in the future. The original loco sheds and carriage sheds, they are remaining as they are. They will be kept lovely and historic, but part of the project will be making sure that they will survive better, some help with the roof, but also making a new exhibition space to the left of it, where the current mess room is. There'll be a nice visitor experience. You can come in and see the workshop. We will have some heritage workshops where people can get involved, new woodworking facilities, new paint shop, and at the bottom right of the image is where we will have a completely new engineering workshop for locomotives, carriages, everything we could need, new mess room facilities, making it more accessible for our volunteers.
Yeah, because at the moment you kind of maintain where you store. Like there's a bit of a squeeze of basically squeezing through. If you want to be out in the rain, then your ability to maintain is quite challenging.
We're using the same workshop that was built in 1867 to maintain 2 locomotives, 4 carriages, a brake van, and some wooden wagons for 16 locos, 4 diesels, 30 carriages, more modern wagons.
It's worth saying, for people who don't know, the Talyllyn is now an extremely extensive operation. It runs an intensive timetable.
We run. If you wanted to come and visit, we run 7 days a week from March to November. With trains we've got more trains in a day during the summer, but we also have events all the way through. So we are active.
It's busy. It's a major employer for the area. It's a major attractor of tourists and visitors. It is a beating heart for this corner of Wales. It is a fantastic facility. The heritage is wonderful, but the fact that it is faces the future is also absolutely crucial and positive as well. And it's a very inclusive railway as well. There's been lots of discussion about heritage railways having some challenges on that front. That is not. The Talyllyn does not have that problem.
I'm very confident. But to enable that, we've got to do this project. And another aspect of the project is actually more volunteer accommodation with a disabled accessible room built into it. Because at the minute, we can't offer a truly accessible volunteer accommodation for our volunteers, but this will enable to us, and it will just increase the amount of beds we can offer at subsidised rates to people who want to come and travel. We get volunteers from all over the world, Japan, Australia, everywhere, and there are railways, and I don't say this in a bad way, I say this in a way of I want them to succeed, but there's railways in population centres that can't attract locals.
Absolutely.
And it's such an important thing to do to offer those spaces because the minute I wouldn't be here now, I couldn't afford to rent a cottage.
Yeah,
or a
anyone who knows what the second home market is like in Wales right now will know the challenges of getting access to. Exactly.
£5 a night at the hostel got me down as a volunteer travelling from Preston to Towyn on the train. And I'm not alone in that. So many people all over get invested.
It's crucial, and such a really there's a. I was making the joke, Luke, and I'm sure you heard me make the joke a while back over New Year when I travelled on Boxing Day, and I was reasonably confident. I'm pretty sure I queered the driver there, or possibly the farmer of the train. But I was saying that like pretty much everyone on the train that operating the train that I got on with the family was queer, and it's just such a nice.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah. You were right. That tweet went around some of the volunteer circles. They were like, actually, yeah, he's got the gaydar on.
I know that's it. But it was that's for me. That's it. Just like these environments have historically and have the potential to continue to be a little bit exclusionary on that front, and the Talyllyn has never, in all my experience of it, has never felt like that. It's felt like a wonderful, inclusive space, wide range of ages of volunteers, backgrounds of volunteers, really, really lovely, and also really deeply embedded. Talyllyn is I see volunteers at Talyllyn who I also know volunteer at lots of other places. Shout out to those of you who also volunteer, for example, at Beamish or other places. So, yes, I'm calling specific people out. Lovely to see you at both locations. Yes. But it's a delight that actually there's this beating heart of the railway community, not just the volunteer community, but the railway community, those who care about railways at large. And again, crucially, about their future. Of course, the next question I have to ask is, what's this?
Part of our next steps in the future. Now we've just very recently, this has come back to us. 2022, we bought 2 battery electric locos, and we're making one out of the 2.
That makes some sense. Yeah.
So it's currently up at Pendray getting all its wiring done, and I think they're ready to take the battery boxes up to get them fitted, and we'll get doing some trial runs. And the idea about this is again reducing emissions, making ourselves a little bit more friendly for our neighbours. At 6 a.m. in the morning, we don't really want to fire up a diesel and wake up all our neighbours.
Yes.
There used to be open fields, and now it's housing estates around Pendray sheds. So if we could just turn a switch and trundle rather silently, that keeps them happy, keeps them on side. And also there's a chance that it might actually have the range to do some engineering trains as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep.
It's just that thing of we're not thrashing our diesels as much because one of them's the first diesel we ever got is mainly on heritage use now. It's it gets the occasional engineering trip out, but we want to look after it. Alf will do anything you want, but it doesn't have a cab. And then the 2 Bagley diesels we've got are a bit more, I say modern, they're from the 80s, but they're a little bit pernickety, is what I would say. So,
but also,
it's more flexibility.
Yeah, and as a future-facing railway, you want to move into a world. The cost of diesel is only escalating. Moving into a world where actually you can rely on local, sustainably generated electricity.
We already have solar panels on all our carriage sheds, loco shed, the toilets down at Wharf Station. We've got part of the policy is any new building we put up, it's solar panels.
Yeah, to at least self power, if not more. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we generate enough electricity we've already got an electric road van. And we'll generate more than enough electricity to keep this charged up for whenever we need it. So
fantastic.
It makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we must move on to our own Valentine, dear Tim. To point out here to everyone, this is funny because you've got Valentine's bar on the outside because, of course, we do. Tim looking like he's having the absolute bloody time of his life, which he always does when he's at Talyllyn. But also, I just want to point out that he is literally dressed as Valentine. Same dicky bows, same waistcoat, same pockets, like same posy. It's just down the hat, that's all. But Tim's never been a hat person, really. So there we go. So there's Tim having a delightful time. Why do I bring it up? Well, because Tim came over and has been involved in this new special feature that we alluded to earlier. So, Luke, tell us about this new special feature. Tim Dunn on the railway that sparked the Titfield Thunderbolt. Tell us about the new special feature.
It's exactly that, really. Tim came, we filmed this lovely thing, and effectively it is that story that we briefly went over earlier. It's how Teddy Clark found the railway. He found those inspirations behind the Titfield Thunderbolt. We delve into the letters exchanged between him and Tom Roll, exchanging stories, his visits to the Talyllyn, to do his first-hand research of why the hell do you want to run a railway for free? Because he was slightly baffled. But it's a real deep dive into those inspirations that came from the Talyllyn and how the Talyllyn still kind of embodies the Titfield spirit to this day, and what it means to the volunteers here, because, you can bet you'll hear, Cargo, Squire's not here, whenever, we're waiting to get on the train, or whatever, the quotes go flying. But it's a really lovely, quite personal piece. What Titfield means to the railway, what it means to Tim, and also just the historic facts behind how it all came to be. Yeah.
It's marvelous. So it is available. When you can pick up the new 4K release, it is there for you to watch and enjoy.